practice creators. Let's talk about the second misconception, the second greatest misconception about this path of growth and expansion that you are on, that you have chosen to participate in. And that misconception is that growth only occurs incrementally. This is a misconception. This is a fallacy, a falsity that may often get communicated, and if not communicated directly, it can be implied. And as you look out into your information streams, and if you look into the history of your planet and you see the many individuals who have tread this path, and it looks like many years passed, and oftentimes this is the case because it is a process. But your growth and expansion does not occur incrementally. This is not the truth, that this is the only way that your growth and expansion occurs. Your growth and expansion can occur by leaps and bounds. It can take quantum leaps. Your understanding, your knowledge, your movement up, if you will, in vibrational expression, consistent vibrational expression, the shifts that occur within your mind and body as you release old patterns, old paradigms, old belief systems, and establish yourself in new belief systems, new paradigms. These can occur quantumly. But you have to have the right things in place in order for this to happen. If you are just listening, if you are just reading, if you are going about this play and practice on your own, then you are most likely deeming yourself only capable of incremental growth. There are certain things that have to be in place in order to experience quantum leaps in your growth and expansion. And one of them is not to be alone. You need support. You need the ability to get your questions answered quickly as they arise, no matter what those questions are. If they are bubbling up inside of you, they are valid for you and they are important for your growth and expansion. Whether your questions are about past lives, whether you have had a dream and you are trying to interpret that dream, whether you are not clear on the creative process within, whether you are unclear on how manifestation works for you. You see it occurring, but you haven't been able to manifest the things you actually need and want in your life at this very moment. As these questions arise, if you're not able to get the answers quickly through a trusted source, then you are at the whim of incremental growth. If you don't have a clear, effective, efficient process of addressing the contents of the mind, understanding, releasing, transforming the ideas, establishing yourself anew, if you're not clear on how to recognize the truth of you and source right now, if you're not clear on any blind spots that you may encounter, any cycles that you may be creating for yourself that you are unaware of, then you are subject to incremental growth. Again, critical factors need to be in place, but quantum leaps can be your experience on this path of growth and expansion. You need to be a part of a community. A community lets you participate and grow as a result of other people's growth. That accelerates the process. Having a facilitator, a coach to your growth and expansion accelerates the process. Having consistent interaction where you're able to ask your questions, or having availability to be able to ask your questions and get answers quickly, accelerates the process. And when you have all of these factors in place, that is a recipe for acceleration. It is a recipe for quantum leaps in your growth and expansion. So have many gone about this process incrementally? Yes. Is that a way to go about it? Yes. But can you make quantum leaps? Can you make quantum explosions in your growth and expansion? Yes. Do critical factors have to be in place for that to happen? Yes. Just as a seed needs the correct ground in order to grow. You can take a seed from wherever you live and take it to a different climate, a different demographic, and it may not grow because the ground is not fertile for the seed to germinate, sprout, mature, and produce fruit. So just like the seed, this path of growth and expansion that each of you are on requires, in order to experience quantum leaps, an accelerated growth and expansion process, certain critical factors. The ground for the seed of quantum leaps and acceleration has to have critical factors. That's the only caveat to speeding up the process. Otherwise, you are participating in an incremental growth process, but that is not the only way to go about it. The Ascension Accelerator holds all of these pieces, all of these critical factors, and there are members of your consciousness ascending community that some of you may have interacted with that are a part of this private community that are experiencing quantum leaps in their growth and expansion. They are recognizing that the process has accelerated for them, many of them having been at this growth and expansion game for many, many years. And if you would like to be one who is participating in this so that you can realize your strength, realize your power, realize your truth and source, and approach the ability to live your life as you are inspired to live now, knowing and understanding your truth now and not after you transition, then schedule your free Ascension session. Get support on your highest intention at the moment. Take a tour of the Ascension Accelerator. Discuss investment options so that you can now become a part of a community that is supporting individuals just like you to accelerate the process, to fertilize the ground for quantum leaps in your growth and expansion so that you can live the life that you are inspired to live. That's what this is about. We love you very much, and we will talk to you soon.